LoveLine. LoveLine is meant for an adult audience.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience.
LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content.
LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content.
Listener discretion is advised.
Listener discretion is advised.
LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine starts now.
Hey everybody, it's LoveLine, the phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. I am Dr. Drew, and in the studio tonight, James von Praagh.
Hey, Drew. How are
James,
you?
how are you? Thank you for
Very
coming
good.
in. I appreciate it. So last time you were up, well, how should we describe you?
Many ways.
You have many different titles now. The last thing I read was that you bridge the gap between two planes of existence.
That's right. I'm busy airport, you know.
He is well, you're the inspiration and now the executive producer of Ghost Whisperer.
Correct.
And
or some refer to it, Boob Whisperer. Some people refer
Boob
to
Whisperer.
it.
It depends on what you're watching the show, why you're watching the show, whatever. But now I think everyone knows you because of that, right?
Yeah, it's become pretty popular. The show's doing very, very well. We're number one on Friday nights for CBS. And we've just gone international. We're in 4 different countries now. And number 4 in Australia the other day. Doing very, very well. People love it.
So it's Friday, 8 p.m., CBS. Did you foresee this?
I did. I predicted it.
You did predict this?
I did.
I believe anything you say, James.
I predicted the pilot, and I told them it's going to go. And I told them we're going to get an actress from another pilot who falls out. She'll come to our show, and she knows that's exactly what happened with Jennifer. And she read the script, and she loved the pilot.
Wow.
And we shot it. And tomorrow night, actually Friday night, tomorrow night, they're going to show the pilot again.
Wow.
So people who haven't seen it yet.
Describe to our listeners what it is you do and how this happened. I think your story is so very interesting.
It's very, very interesting. No one liked me around. Well, funny enough, I was in a meeting this morning, Drew, and your name came up, and it was so weird that here I am sitting here and talking with you, and this morning I was just talking about you. So very bizarre those things happen. Yeah, I'm known as a spiritual medium, and like that kid in The Sixth Sense, that's who I am, what I am. When I was a little kid, I used to see spirits around people and in rooms. I used to see lights around people, colors or auras.
Yeah.
And
I have a patient that does this too, and she says she's actually being studied by people at Caltech. And when people get sick, do you see certain colors? She insists that there's a color change.
It's true. Well, everything's energy. It's energetic. So I do see like darker colors when someone's ill, or when the energy actually is closer to the body. It's not as expanded, the colors, the aura around the person. So I do see it that way. And as a kid, I used to see things all the time like that.
When did it start? Was it just since as early as you can remember, or was it you get hit over the head one day, like Gilligan's Island? You get hit with a coconut?
When I was a little kid, I used to see, just like in the movie Sixth Sense, I used to see spirits at the end of my bed. I used to see, I used to cemetery. I used to see a lot of spirits running around. And I don't know why. As a kid, I thought that was the way everybody sees things. I thought that's... There we go.
That's the spirits running around.
That's the spirits. They're lifting the table over here. So now, as a kid, kids are very open, and kids see things for what they are. And I didn't know anything different until my friend said, "You're a freak. What's going on with you?" And I was like,
it was actually another peer that told you that.
We used to. I was a nice, nice little Catholic boy growing up, and as nice little Catholic boys sometimes do, we cut school and went out and hung out in cemeteries, and it was really weird. And I was hanging out with some friends around 7 years of age, or 8 years of age, I was. And I saw these two little, 3-year-old kids, a boy and a girl, at this tombstone. I said, "Look at those two little kids. What are they doing here by themselves? Where are their parents?" And my friend said, "No one's there. Are you crazy? Look at it. No one's there. You may be kidding. No one's there at all." So yeah, those two kids. And we went over there, and the tombstone read they were twins that died at age 3.
Wow.
Really wild. And that was, I was 8 years old when that happened. And things like that, to me, it was just the way I was. I had nothing special about it. It was just the way I was. And I knew things about people before, when I met them. I knew things about them. I knew things about their relatives who had passed over. And I thought everybody was like that. So.
And you had a weird experience with a teacher or something whose son got hit by a car? Tell me about that.
It was really weird. When I was in first grade,
even you thought it was weird.
Well, I'm like you. I'm a Virgo, down to earth, black and white. Prove it to me. So it's funny because I'm very much a skeptic. But I mean, I can't deny what I see, feel, and hear. So when I was a little kid, with 6 years of age, first grade, my teacher's name was Mrs. Weinlich, and I walked up to her and I said, "Your son's fine. Your son is fine. He got hit by a car, but he just broke his leg. He's fine." And she said, "What are you talking about? Get back to your seat. Get back to your seat right now."
She got mad at you.
She got very angry with me, very angry. And 10 minutes later, the principal comes in, this nun, and she pulled her out of the room. And 5 minutes later, the lady comes back in, the teacher, and she points to me and she says, "Come up here." And I started crying my eyes out. I said, "What did I do? What did I do now?" She goes,
"Oh, no.
How did you know that?" I said, and I thought I caused it. She goes, "Yes, my son was in an accident. The car hit him, but he's okay. He just broke his leg. And I thought I caused this."
Wow.
And this lady was very instrumental because she said to me, James, calm down, calm down. And I still remember this. I put this in my book. It was an amazing moment because she said, God gives certain people some type of gifts to help people, and maybe one day you'll help people with this ability.
The teacher said that.
The teacher said that. So just imagine if it was someone who did not believe in this or wasn't open to it. My future would have been very different. So
they would have they could have sent you to state hospital right then.
I could have been on medication right now.
Right.
Really. I don't know which is the best.
More
anyway.
than what you're taking. But anyway.
Exactly. You never know. So
what do you
people still think I need medication?
What do you figure you're doing?
So what do I figure I'm doing?
Yeah.
I think everybody is intuitive. I think intuition is part of your soul. I really do. Intuition means into the soul. And I think that we're more than just five senses. I think in this three-dimensional world, we're aware of just the five senses. But I think there's definitely more. There's energy that we can't see. For instance, we're on the radio right now, but people don't see our voices in the air, but yet they're materialized. People hear them in their houses. How does that happen? They don't see my voice traveling in the air, but yet it exists because they have receivers at home that receive these signals at this certain level of transmission. Same thing. We send energy with thought. And I believe that when you die, energy cannot die. Energy changes form, if you will. So I think what I'm doing is if you want to call it spirit self or soul self, I'm picking up, whether telepathically or in a sensory way, signals, impulses, so forth.
Is it possible just that your perception of time is different or something?
I think that's part of it. That's part of it. The time is different.
So it's sort of in our linear biological states, we're bound to stuff that you're not bound to. Is that about accurate?
In a way of speaking, in your terms of speaking truth, you could probably understand.
Keep it in my terms.
But, I don't know about that. All I know is I do what I do. And, we live in a multi-leveled world, I think. And I think we're very aware of this three-dimensional world, physical world, but there's more to it than that. And it's just, people know that when people have experienced it all the time. Like they'll think about someone and 5 minutes later the phone rings and it's that person. Now, how do we explain that? There's got to be some kind of communication, some kind of signals being sent somewhere that they're picking up.
And then how does
explain that?
How does Ghost Whisperer connect to you?
Ghost Whisperer, yes.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is Mad TV did this parody because Jennifer Love Hewitt is I'll tell you, she's the best actress I've ever worked with. She's incredible. Yeah. Wonderful, lovely person. She's so real and so sweet, and she's soulful. She brings the show. She brought it to #1 because of who she is, and people see she really gets into it. One day she said to me, "James, I have a problem." I said, "What's that?" She goes, "I have a problem because when I go home, I feel really upset because I let my friends go." I said, "You mean the ghosts that pass into the light?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "What? It's only a TV show, darling.
Oh my goodness!
It's just a TV show."
Oh my goodness!
But she really gets into it. So
even you're telling her, Jennifer, we're back on Earth now.
A TV show, darling. So now she's great. So what she does is, I had a TV show 2 years ago called Beyond. It was a daily talk show, and it was during that show that I met this lady named Marianne Winkowski from Cleveland, Ohio, who is a Ghostbuster, a real true Ghostbuster. Now, I've never met a Ghostbuster before, and I have a lot of people that come to me say they can do certain things, and I have to test them and make sure they can do these things. Well, I met this lady in Oklahoma, and she blew me away. We went to a place that was haunted. She gave the names of the people, where they were buried, where they lived, details you could not find on the internet or anywhere else. And she came out here, and I introduced her to some people at the CBS, and they were blown away. And I said, let's do a show around this situation of a Ghostbuster. She helps people, basically spirits or people that pass out of the body who have not passed into the light. The movie Ghost, remember the Ghost? He has to stick around and make sure he has to resolve his murder and see who murdered him and so forth.
Right.
So that's what it's about, because for everybody who dies, there's a light. You heard about a tunnel or a light sensation, and there are those people who don't choose to go in that light, whether it's because they're afraid of what they're going to find on the other side, because they're not happy with how they live their life, or just recently I ran into this situation where there was 3 men haunting this house, and there was a safe in this house, and there were guns in that safe. And these guys were attached to certain guns from crimes. And they were afraid to pass over because it was the punishment they were going to receive.
Now, so what were you doing before all this part of your life erupted? What were you doing day in, day out?
What was I doing? Believe it or not, I was a paralegal for Paramount.
Perfect. That sounds about right.
So now I do my own contracts. I mean, I don't even need a lawyer. I just do my own contracts. I mean,
what else would a parapsychologist be but a paralegal? You got to be para something.
You got to be something. I was going to be a psychologist in school. That's
Right.
what I really wanted to be, a psychologist. Yeah, because I found people's minds interesting and helping people, serving people in certain ways. You know,
That's the intuitive part. Well, this is very interesting. We'll take calls on this. We'll take the usual LoveLine calls. It's James von Praagh. He is the executive producer of Ghost Whisperer, and you know him from Beyond as well. Let's take some calls, shall we?
Good. Let's do that.
All right. Let's see.
I've been listening to the show for 20 years now, so I'm very familiar. I go way back.
This is Mike, 21.
What's up?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
What's going on, man? Here's my problem, man. Okay, I'm engaged. I love the person I'm with, but yet every time she's not around me, I have to get sex from somewhere else. But yet I get it plenty from her. Why would that be?
Because you're 21 and not ready to get married?
No, I am. That's the thing. Whenever I'm not with her, I miss her to death.
I know, but what if you're married and you're not with her? What are you going to do?
That's the thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's because you're 21 and you're not ready to get married.
You're still finding yourself, Mike. You're still exploring, I think, aren't you? Is this her first girlfriend or second girlfriend?
No, there's too many to count.
Oh, all right. Well, then you've explored a lot.
Yes, I've explored more than I should have.
But you're young still.
Yeah, you are young, and there's only a few possibilities here. Either you're an a-hole, or you are not ready to have a relationship, or you're sexually compulsive and addicted. So you make your choice.
I think I'm addicted to it.
That's what I wrote down. I wrote addict.
Do you? Well,
I feel that.
Well, the thing, Mike, that creates addict with sex is a history of sexual trauma, and then a family history of alcoholism or addiction. Do you have those two things?
Family member was an alcoholic, yeah.
Okay, and how about some sort of weird sexual stuff when you were a kid?
Abuse or something, no?
No.
Physical
Not that
abuse?
I was aware of.
Physical abuse?
No.
Are you doing other drugs or alcohol now?
No. I drink occasionally.
All right.
Really, Mike?
Yeah.
Now tell the truth, because I can see things.
No, I can actually say I drink occasionally. The only times I drink is on Sundays.
On Sundays, not Saturdays, on Sundays.
On those occasions, James, he drinks from morning till night.
That's right.
That's occasionally.
Hey, that ain't funny there.
Yeah.
Well, but here, Mike, I mean, if you're an addict, then we need to deal with that. And, you know, sometimes sexual compulsion is part of addiction to chemicals, and people just sort of are in that mode where they're responding to that part of the brain that becomes diseased from addiction. Sometimes it's sexual addiction per se, which is a separate process. But in my experience, sexual addiction almost always is preceded by trauma in childhood, like sexual trauma typically. And if you don't have the trauma, but you do have the genetics for alcoholism and addiction, and you drink all day on Sunday, this may be more part of a sort of a general addictive process, and I would look into that. Really, addiction is defined by the consequences, and Mike, you're ruining some relationship with somebody you love. That's consequence. So why don't we do something about
Hey, Drew, let me ask you a question also on this.
Yeah.
Would there be some kind of approval he's looking for also? She's trying to receive from someone?
Well, it's a closeness. You know, some people, when they have no other way of sort of feeling close and intimate, particularly men, if the only way they can feel close is through physical, sex, that's sort of a never-ending sort of way of trying to quench that. But, of course, that's not real closeness. That's just sort of a substitution for it. So, yeah, I feel that kind of stuff from him, too. So I'm intuitive, too, see?
You are. You're pretty good.
See?
What do you think I'm hanging out with you? Are you kidding? How was your father, Mike, your relationship with your dad?
Oh, let's see. Hold on. Mike?
Yeah, I'm here.
How was your relationship with your dad?
I've never met him.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so.
think
See,
I
I
met him
feel
once
it's
when
like
I was
from your
like-
dad, there's something missing there. And I have a feeling it's part of it. And then I really do, and that's why I asked you about that, because I have a feeling it's some unresolved with your father.
Was he the alcoholic?
No, my mother was.
Mom. Yeah, Mom.
Mom's
My
alcoholic.
mother was an alcoholic, and my grandmother basically raised me. Because
So you're abandoned by both your mom and your dad. So that's a big deal. So
Yeah,
that's
it-
trauma. That's when I was looking for trauma. That's what I was looking for. So that's
And also
that's,
escape. Wouldn't it be escape
Yeah.
also?
Well,
of the
it's
situation?
I look at it as sort of managing feelings, affect management. It's just he can't manage them, can't regulate them within his skull. So he has to reach out into the world and sort of do these destructive things. Mike, you may want to, look into this. Maybe get a 12-step program, something like that, or maybe even a psychologist or a therapist.
Yeah.
I'm going to move
I
on
was
here. This is
thinking that too.
Kayla, 17. Kayla?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? You're on with James von Praagh.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Kayla, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good.
Well, I've been dating this guy for about a year and a half in February, and every time we go out, he comments on other girls, and he asked me why I don't wear clothes like that, or he goes, man, look at that girl, she's a blonde, and it kind of intimidates me because I'm a brunette. So, I mean, he always comments on other girls, and I mean, I love him so much, but I don't know if I should break up with him or stay with him or what.
We're just going to enjoy your people's music for a second. Kayla, what in the world motivates you to stay with a guy like this? He sounds like an idiot. How old is he?
Well, he's 18.
He's an idiot. He doesn't deserve you.
You're too good for him.
Oh, well, thank you. But, I mean...
This is how he intimidates and controls. This is how he makes himself feel better by demeaning you. That sort of defines a-hole.
Yeah.
What's that, Anderson? Anderson, what's that?
Why don't we give him a call?
Oh, Kayla, you want to call him?
Not really, because I don't want him to find out that I'm talking about this now.
Me neither. I don't want to talk to him either. I've had enough of him just listening to this story.
Yeah.
So, Kayla, why do you hang out with him?
Well, I mean, because I met him at a concert.
Yeah.
And, well, he doesn't go to my
perfect.
School. So, huh?
Perfect. I mean, why wouldn't you hang out with the guy that meet at a concert?
What concert?
Well, it was Story of the Year.
Story of the Year?
Yeah.
Well, all that much better. So anyway, he doesn't go to your school. He's full of intrigue and bluster, and there you go.
Well, we listen to the same music. We like a lot of the same things. But, I mean, I don't think I'm his type and stuff, so it makes me feel worse.
You don't think what?
You feel like the other people for your power. You can't expect someone else to give you that self-empowerment. You got to get it from yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're looking to him to give you the okay that I'm a good person and the validation. And you know what? He's not. He's better. You're better than he is. He's not even close to you. So I don't know why you would put yourself down to that level, to go there with him when he's not even worth you.
I pray, Kayla, that this is just part of your education in your young life of learning what idiots are and how they behave and when to end relationships. I pray you don't continue to find and seek out guys like this, because this is not how to have a relationship, okay?
Okay.
End it. Well, I don't mean that. I don't mean to tell you what to do, but James and I agree, he's way beneath you.
Yeah, and you know what I do, Kayla, with a lot of people in this situation? I've had clients like this, and I say to them, make a list, the pros and cons, and you see what's good about the person, what's bad about the person. And look at that list afterwards. The bad outweighs the good, and bye-bye, not worth it. I bet you'll find that. Be honest with yourself.
Here's something that's specifically for James. This is Mary. Mary, what's up?
Yes, I was asking about my sister who died.
And what would you like to know about your sister?
I'm sorry?
What would you like to know about your sister?
Well, she died a long time ago when we were little kids, and now, just in my relationships, I have a hard time breaking off relationships. Even if I can't stand the guy anymore, it's hard for me to get rid of him, and
Let me ask you this, Mary. Do you blame yourself for your sister's death?
Yeah, I feel that very strongly, that guilt.
A little bit.
Because I feel it's guilt-ridden.
I don't blame myself for her death, but I blame myself for some suffering she might have had.
You couldn't save her. You couldn't save her. You wanted to save her, but you couldn't save her.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, did she drown or something? Or?
No, she died in surgery. She had holes in her heart when she was little. She was 2 years old, and I was 4, and she and I were very close, and I had no control over what was going on, but I think that I hurt her before this happened, before she died.
By doing what?
You were too young. How could you hurt her? Why would you say that to yourself? You're so young.
Yeah,
she was 2 and you were 4. I mean, what could you have done?
Well, Mary, I never saw her cry, so I wanted to see if she would cry, and I heard her to see if she would cry.
Honey, it goes way beyond you. It's way beyond you. Don't do that to yourself. I know that, but I think that because I lost her, that I have trouble letting go of relationships, and I've had many.
Well, Mary, let's just talk about how sort of distorted your feelings are about your sister. Here's the deal: when you're 4 years old, it's normal to feel grandiose, especially when confronted with traumatizing experiences. Mm-hmm. You feel responsible for everything. The fact that you poked at your sister who was 2 when you were 4 is what 4-year-olds do to 2-year-olds. That's normal. To feel that you made her life overwhelmed or unmeaningful or caused her undue suffering because of that is bizarre and grandiose. The fact is, you were 4, she had congenital heart defects, Her little life was what it was. It had nothing to do with you. This grandiose posture of being in control and responsible is what how 4-year-olds think about the world, not 30-year-olds. It's time that you forgive the 4-year-old and get on and incorporate that part of yourself into the rest of your adult life, or you will not be able to manage relationships.
It's like Mary. Remember the story I told earlier about me with a kid in school, and I thought I caused that car accident and him to break his leg, and I thought I caused that.
Right.
It's the same normal thinking at that age.
At that
age, exactly what it is. So you shouldn't do that to yourself. You could do worse for your sister by holding on to that guilt and treating yourself that way. You know, she'd want you to be happy and healthy, and she wouldn't want you to do that. You know, and her soul's plan might be different than your soul's plan. You know what I mean?
When you let go of people, you're not going to cause them undue suffering, and they're not going to be destroyed. It's just a normal part of relationships. But the feeling you have is left over from what the 4-year-old feels about coming and going in a relationship, which is that when people are out of your sight, they're dead, they're destroyed, and that's all got to be worked out, or you're not going to be able to manage.
I just feel like with her, if I had known she was going to die, I would have done. I mean, because I have no memories from when I was that age, except for
Mary. How do you think a 4-year-old? Yeah, how do you think a 4-year-old processes your 2-year-old sister is going to die? How do you think a 4-year-old would process that?
Well, yeah, and I didn't even know what death was at the time.
That's exactly right. That you cannot make sense of it at 4. You were trying to make sense of it, and you've incorporated into this distorted emotions and blaming yourself for it. It's almost comical, although it's painful and sort of sad. It's ridiculous.
And you're playing God.
Let's go,
you
Mary.
Can't play God.
Let's go, Mary.
Okay? Play God.
Yeah, I just feel like now it's hard for me to let go of relationships because I feel like, you know, there's a death happening over. Even if I'm ready to let go of them, it's hard for me to
control.
Be the one to
it's all about control.
Well, but this is what's so funny about Mary is that this is what happens in psychotherapy. You have to tell people the same things 600 times before they get it. You heard us both say the same thing to her, and she goes, "Yeah, but I can't get over it." She goes right back to where she was. She springs right back to that posture, which is so distorted and so overwhelming.
It's also victim consciousness. It's like the victim consciousness, and that's when you live in that consciousness, and that's what life is going to happen to you. You'll be the victim the whole time, but you have to make that choice to get out of it. You know, you have that choice, Mary. You have that power. And, you know, victim consciousness, it's a lonely place. It's not a happy place. And once you get out of that and you set yourself free, liberate, life really begins to happen. Don't play God like that.
All right, it's 1-800-LOVE-191. I'm Dr. Drew. That is James Von Praagh. He is the executive producer, creator, and inspiration for Ghost Whisperer, or as he calls it,
Whisperer.
On Friday, 8 p.m. CBS. And we will be back just after this.
Gefühl pur. Die LoveLine. This is LoveLine.
Hey, it's LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. In studio tonight, James Von Praagh, the inspiration and producer of Ghost Whisperer. And we've got a James call coming up, but first a more standard level.
James call? A James call. Is it a dead person or a living person? Tell me.
It's a living person about a dead person.
There you go, of course.
And Michelle first, a more LoveLine-ish call, age 28. Michelle?
Yes.
Hey, Michelle, what's going on?
Hey, Michelle.
But, hi, how you doing?
What's up?
I had a question. My boyfriend of 4 years, when I try to have oral sex with him and please him, when he comes, I cannot swallow the sperm, and I want to know if there's an easy way to do it. And it's not because he wants me to do it. No, I want to do it.
Oh, God, I can leave now.
All right, James, had enough, huh? That's it? That's it?
Thanks, see you later. I'd rather talk to dead people. This is too bad. It's easier talking to dead people. Okay.
I'm confused by, I want to do this, but I want to vomit when I do it at the same time.
You don't like the taste of this material.
Why do you feel why do you want to?
I want to do it just because I think it's kind of pointless and it's gross to have it sit in my mouth and I have to spit it out, and it's
a new diet. It's a new diet fad. I don't know.
Listen, I've had those questions. Believe me. I always tell them it's 4,000 calories. Let's their moms tell them anyway. But
and what about Dad? Oh, we don't want to go there.
80,000 calories.
Later, yes.
So, Michelle, here's the deal. I don't think you need to be, if you don't like doing that, it's not that big a deal to a guy. I mean, he sort of appreciates the gesture, but what they're interested in, you not breaking stride. You know what I mean?
Why do you feel necessary that you have to do that, Michelle?
I want to do it just because, I mean, when he when he pleases me with oral sex, he does it. And I would
Does
just
what?
return the gesture. What? I mean,
He does
Are you
what?
ta-
Are you not telling us something about yourself?
Yeah, right.
I mean, what are you hiding from us? What do you mean he does it?
no, when I come, he's able to swallow it, but I can't.
See, James and I are
Different
confused.
strokes for different folks, I think.
Yeah, you mean you have an ejaculation?
Not an ejaculation, but when a woman climaxes, there is I don't know what you call it. It's not sperm, but there's a lubrication that comes out.
I don't know about that.
Well, no, we do
My
know.
experience.
We do know James. We do know James.
I'm very confused. Drew, help me. I'm confused.
Well, we do know that there is not sperm. We do know that.
Thank
that much
you,
we
thank
know.
you.
Okay.
Oh,
And most women don't have an ejaculate. Some do have a little bit of fluid, but believe me, he's just getting out of the way there, Michelle. He's not taking it in. Trust me.
Oh, believe me, he's taking it in.
Here's the deal. Let me use my intuition for a second.
Please.
I get the sense that you are afraid that he's going to get this from somebody else. That you have to compete in order to, you know what I mean? That you must do this to compete in some way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I don't do it to compete. It's just, I just wanted to know if there's an easy way because I've tried, I really have, and it's not the taste.
How can there be an easy way of something that disgusts you, and that's fine. That's a normal sort of a
just
reaction.
Wild. I don't understand. Why did you just say, I don't want to do it, and it's okay with you, and he loves you, you say, yes, fine, honey, don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Why do you feel you have to do that?
That's the thing. Michelle needs to talk to him about it when he reassures her that it's okay. Of course, who knows what kind of guy this is. Anyway,
how much longer do you think you're going to be with this guy? You're not going to be with him much longer.
Ooh, James is telling you something. Michelle.
She already knows that, I think.
I'll be with him for a while. We've been together almost 5 years.
Yeah, but there's some money stuff with you and him, too. Like giving money and security with the money and the whole thing like that. You know what I mean?
Not really.
Does he take care of you in some way?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I bet he does. And security. It's a lot of money there, too. And, I think you're right. She's afraid he's going to leave her.
Right. It's this feeling that if I don't do that, somebody else will kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
That's the feeling I get.
I just wish I could return the favor.
I think you return it in other ways. You don't have to do that. You return it in many other ways. Just being his girlfriend is the number one way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Why do you feel obligated to do that? You don't have to. That doesn't mean you love him just because you do that. Hello? Right? I mean, no, think about it. Hello?
Well,
I mean, if that comes down to that in the relationship, that's pretty bad. Right?
What did you say?
If your relationship,
forgive the pun, but it comes down to that.
If it gets down to that,
gets down to that, then that shows what that relationship is made of. It's not solid ground.
Yes.
Why are you in it?
Talk to him. Come on. Let's take a more interesting call. This is Beth. She is got another James call.
Bad taste in my mouth. Okay.
Nice. Here we go, Beth.
Hi. My mom passed away on October 12th, and I just wanted to make sure she was okay.
Is this cancer she had?
Very close to it.
What was like a blood thing with your mom?
Yes.
Did they give her blood and something with her blood?
It's amyloidosis.
Amyloid, interesting. Wow, how old
Drew, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
Well, it's an abnormal production of a circulating in the blood proteins.
Okay.
There's the blood part.
I saw blood cells.
Yeah, and it's very unusual. It's very rare to die of amyloid, and it's laid down in the kidneys and other places, sort of basically clogs the systems. Let's think of it that way. What was the manifestation of her amyloid?
They don't know. They said
she have
primary?
It wasn't something called familial Mediterranean fever or something like that?
Nothing with the brain and anything with the head or the brain? Would she have headaches at all?
She had seizures.
Yeah, because I see her head being affected and brain being affected by this.
It goes to the brain for sure.
Oh, definitely. And you've had dreams of your mother, Beth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you have dreams of spirit, that means they're around you. That means, when you see them at night, when you're in a dream state, that you're with them, and your spirits are, spirits communicate that way. So when you dream of them, that means they've crossed into the light. So they're there. And your mother is very next to you, and she's with you a lot. I mean, I got to tell you this. I just get this very strong feeling. And I don't know whether stuffed animals you have in your bed or on your bed or around there. You know about that? A stuffed bear or something? Yeah, because she says, I'm right next to that bear, or looks like a stuffed bear or something. And she's right next to that. For some reason, she's going to that stuffed animal.
Beth, you know what she's talking about? About what James is talking about?
Actually, my daughter has a clown that my mom gave her, that my aunt gave my mom, that my mom gave her.
Okay, did you notice that something, was it moving, or did something happen recently to it, or it fell down, or?
I just cleaned it.
Okay, all right. Well,
Put
that's,
it together.
yeah, there's some kind of reference of that. That's your mother referencing that you know about that. So she's around. Watch that clown. Something will happen. She's around you, and I think it was her time to go. But she still looks after you now. I mean, that's, sometimes I have found in my work of doing this 22 years that a parent can sometimes be, and this happened to me, my mother, when she passed over, and she said to me, I can be more of a parent now than I was when I was living on Earth. I can do more things for you. I can influence things for you. And that's what your mother is. That's what your mother wanted to be. So she's okay. Huh?
What's that, Beth? What?
Okay.
She's fine. No more pain. No more. They don't have any more pain. It's a physical thing. She's fine. She's young again, too. Your mom's still very young. And I swear, very young. I don't know. She keeps on me coloring her hair, too. Oh, wow. She doesn't have to color her hair anymore. Isn't that weird? Weird stuff I get. But
did she color her hair a lot, Beth?
No, I do.
Oh,
you color your hair a lot. Maybe you don't need to color your hair anymore.
What? You just did it recently or something?
I was getting ready to.
Oh, that's weird. Colored hair. She doesn't have to color her hair. That's what I heard in my head.
So maybe your mom is telling something to James that he's supposed to tell you about stuff. Did
So
your
she's
mom
around
bug
with
you
the
about?
colored hair and?
Did your mom bug you about your hair coloring?
She didn't like it when you did it.
She didn't like it real dark.
That's right. She didn't like it when you did it.
Yeah, when I first did it, it was real dark, and she usually didn't like it real dark.
And you saved the flowers from the funeral or something?
Oh.
Do you have a rose or something you saved? Did you dry the flower up?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Real strong.
And I've got all of the dried
And it's in a book, and some kind of book or pressing she's talking about.
All the dried roses?
And they're flat like the pictures. You have snapshots or photographs, but they're not put together in a book. They're like thrown together in a pile or something.
Yes.
You understand that? And she said, well, you thought about putting them in a book, but you haven't done it yet.
So does she want her to put them in a book?
Yeah, she said, what are you waiting for? You understand that?
Yeah, I do.
All right. I'm telling you. And then you look for the quarters.
Flowers.
She comes in with a quarter. So when you find the quarters on the floor, it's your mother. I've heard of dimes and pennies. I've never heard of quarters, but she's telling me quarters.
All right, Beth. Good luck now.
Thanks, Beth. Be good.
Okay, we're going to weave in LoveLine with James.
Please,
on Praagh
please.
Calls. Katie,
those two
24.
calls were very diverse, weren't they?
Yes, you're cool. Very
So
interesting.
that taste in my mouth, I'm trying to get rid of. Okay.
The semen taste. Yeah.
Yeah,
What was-
thanks, Joe.
we decided it wasn't semen. It wasn't semen. It was female ejaculation. We decided.
Thank you. That
This
makes
is,
it much better.
It's LoveLine, James. Relax.
Yes, exactly.
Katie, what's up, Katie?
Well, I'm a lesbian, and
Nice.
I have
Good
known
times.
I'm a lesbian for a long time, and I've had intercourse before with other sexual objects, and I've broken my hymen. But recently, I did a stupid thing, and I got really drunk, and I had sex with a guy, and I bled during intercourse, and I've broken my hymen in the past, and I guess I don't know if that was normal, if intercourse can cause that, or
It can cause that. Were you coming up on your period?
no, not at all.
Are you on any medication or anything? Were you on
I am taking beta blockers
for what?
for migraines.
For migraines. Okay.
Now, what does that do, Joe? That opens up the blood vessels?
It just medicines can contribute to instability of the uterus, really, and it's more hormones than anything. Antibiotics can do that too. Beta blockers don't typically do that, but intercourse can stimulate bleeding. It just can. It usually does it as the periods approach, or it does it around medication, but it can happen spontaneous as well. Did you have any pain?
There was some, yeah.
So you wonder, but you've been using objects, dildos or something, right?
Right.
And never had any pain with that.
Well, other than the first time.
The first time. So it's not likely to be anything traumatic. It's just one of those things.
And it's not. It's stopped now, right? You're not bleeding now.
No, not at all. Now I was just curious if I should get checked out or.
Do you get pap smears every year?
Yeah.
Have they been normal?
Yes.
Did you wear a condom with this guy?
Yes.
Then I think you're fine. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
I
Unless you
don't
have any
feel
more
bad.
symptoms.
I don't feel. I feel pretty good.
You do, even after.
I
after
think
that,
she's pretty clean. Yeah, pretty clear.
even after that crazy taste in your mouth and everything. But
Yeah,
all right, okay.
yeah. I'm having some
Okay.
coffee, so it's
This
equalizer.
is this is Sharon, 16. Sharon.
Hi.
Hey, Sharon.
Yo. Wait, I don't know who you are, so.
That's okay. I don't know who you are, so we're equal.
Which person?
James on Praagh is the inspiration and the producer of Ghost Whisperer. He also was the show Beyond, And a lot of people know him now. He's in Friday, 8 p.m. CBS. You
remember Whoopi Goldberg in the movie Ghost?
James
Van Praagh. You remember the Whoopi Goldberg in the...
I congratulate you very well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sweetie.
Let me just also say that James is a prolific author about all this stuff that he does, and you can get more on him and his books at vanpraagh.com. Spell it for them.
I was just going to do that. You must be psychic, Drew. V-A-N.
I am. I'm intuitive.
Psycho or psychic? I don't know, one or the other.
Intuitive.
V-A-N-Praagh. vanpraagh.com. We're talking to heaven. You can go there. And a lot of people wonder about people do readings for them and messages. I have a lot of people on my website who have tested 3 times, 3 levels of testing to make sure they're pretty decent people. So if anyone's interested, check out my website because we have chat rooms and get a lot of help that way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And your question?
Okay, I got a really odd question. Do you want me to tell you my story first?
In brief.
Okay. Basically, I'm going out with this boy who's 17. He's a year older than me, yes. And he is basically saying that whenever I call him, because he's never home, so I can't go visit him, but whenever I call him, he's always saying that he's busy.
Mm-hmm.
Or
with his wife or girlfriend or whatever.
But, yeah, with his friends or...
No. His girlfriend.
No.
Cheating.
Yeah, I know.
Cheating.
And I'm kind of figuring that he's cheating on me.
Cheating.
I know. Stop saying that.
So now that we know that.
Or I get the feeling. Hang on a second, Sharon. My intuition, James, is that
yes, sir.
He's cheating on his girlfriend with her.
Yeah, I think it plays both ways.
She's actually the object of the cheating, not the other way around.
Mm-hmm. I think both ways for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Can I finish yet?
Please.
Go right ahead.
Are you sure?
No, actually, I'm not. Because here's why. I got to take a break. So we're going to come back to you, Sharon, in just a second. You're such a delight. And we'll be with James Van Praagh Friday, 8 p.m. Friday, 8 p.m. CBS, Ghost Whisperer. It was very interesting show.
Taste out of my mouth right now.
James, this is interesting. I'm actually very interested in the stuff that you bring up. So we'll be more of this, and we'll finish the call with Sharon after this.
LoveLine. We'll be right back.
Please hold.
That's right. It's LoveLine. The phone number here is 1-800-LOVE-191. James Van Praagh in the studio. Ghost Whisperer, Friday, 8 p.m. CBS. Touch, feel, talk to the man who is the inspiration for it all.
I beg your pardon.
I'm just saying.
Touch,
okay, let's finish with. I'm just saying. Let's finish with Sharon, who's 16. So Sharon, tell us now what you want to ask.
Basically, I want to ask is, of course, he doesn't ignore me at school, so why would he? I'm right there. Anyway,
yeah.
Wait, let's reset this whole thing. Whenever you call your boyfriend, of how long?
Whenever I call him.
Wait. How long has he been your boyfriend?
He's been my boyfriend we've been going out for about
4 months.
A year and a half now.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
Really?
And has the relationship been better than it has been lately?
Yeah, it actually has. I mean, he was much kinder to me, and he would spend more time with me instead of just ignore me. And now, whenever I try to discuss my problems with him, because at school I get picked on because I have some strange friends, and they're like...
No, really?
No, yeah, really. But they're
I never would have thought that.
They're like practically all of the losers of the school. And
why do you hang out with them?
Because they're my friends. I mean, I can actually get along with them, and they won't laugh at me. I mean...
Why do people laugh at you?
Because I kind of have a problem with talking to myself. So, and plus, when I'm...
No, really? Why do you care what people think, first of all?
I don't really care what people think, because it's like... I mean, people make fun of my mom. I just say, oh, well.
What's up with your mom?
Well, I don't really love her. Well, because she's been a complete itch towards me lately.
Sharon, if we were to talk to this young man and ask him about his girlfriend, would he bring up your name?
He might not. I don't know.
Call? Maybe we should call him.
You see my point? This guy you're calling your boyfriend may not think of you as his girlfriend.
Yeah, maybe not anymore.
I think it's time to get rid of them. Move on.
Absolutely. This just sounds like an abusive situation. And that's the hard thing about being 16. You don't, things come to an end, but you don't know how to end them. Or you don't really know. First of all, you don't know when they've ended. You don't see all the earmarks. And then you don't know how to take it to a conclusion. It's time.
Sharon, do you write poetry?
Hold on here. Go ahead.
Do you write poetry?
A bunch of things.
Yeah, you write a lot in a journal or a book, right? Like loose leaf binder.
Actually, in my English class, when our 30 minutes of writing in the beginning of my English class, I actually write these really bizarre stories about listening to LoveLine. So. Yeah.
Oh, well, see, there you go. I thought that's about writing.
Because and Dr. Drew, I have to thank you for bringing LoveLine to bringing LoveLine to a famous thing here in Denver, Colorado.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad you're listening. And now you listen carefully, though, and kind of learn something from it.
I do listen. I mean, I stay up till midnight Mountain Standard Time listening to LoveLine, and I'm just laying here in my bed while I'm thinking about everything you're saying. All
right, let me.
I have a question. Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Is there a counselor at school? Do you have a counselor over there?
Thank you,
Guidance
James.
counselor that you can talk to?
I can't understand.
Is there a counselor at school you can speak with?
But I
think it's a great idea.
I don't trust them.
Well, they're in a good position. They wouldn't be there if they weren't decent.
I don't trust them.
Do you trust me?
Yes, actually, I do.
Okay, then find an adult you can trust and you can form a close relationship with. I'm a rapist. Oh, all right, but Sharon, here's the deal. Here's what I want you. If nothing
I never knew
else
that about you. Okay.
If you do nothing else, Sharon, I want you to take one thing away from this call. Will you do that for me? What was that? What was that?
I'm sorry. It's a kind of habit. When I stretch, I kind of do a little squeak.
What's the next phone line we have?
Sharon, I want you to take. I'm trying. I want you to do one thing. I want you to keep some positive people around you, not just hang out with people that other people think are losers or who don't laugh at you. Oh, you listen to me. I want you to find some people that you wouldn't normally hang out with, people who seem very positive and who seem to enjoy themselves and like themselves, and just hang out with them a little bit. I have found, James, that people, when they hang out, rather than staying in their comfort zone, when they hang out and form relationships with people they wouldn't usually hang out with, I mean, hanging out with, so I would recommend to some people to hang out with Sharon just to get a change for themselves. They see themselves differently after doing that. And as a result, they can kind of make change and see where they need to make change. That's been my experience. So,
and I have a really great thing, Sharon, that you might want to do this little project every morning. I've told clients this many years. It works. Look in the mirror and say, "I love you, Sharon," 3 times in the morning, 3 times at night. When you wash your face in the morning, wash your face at night. "I love you, Sharon," and say that, and that'll change. Eventually, it'll change that sense of yourself too. And like attracts like, and you'll attract people to you who love you for yourself. Do you understand that?
I'm having her on hold because we're getting too involved with her.
Yeah, I think she's getting more involved with you, Drew. So I think we should maybe go on.
Move along.
Move along.
This is Bonnie, who's 23.
Move along. I can only take so much.
Bonnie?
Hello?
Hey, Bonnie, what's going on?
Hey, Bonnie.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Good.
I have a question for James. My cousin passed away in August of this year, and I found out some stuff about how he passed away, and I was just wondering...
Were there drugs involved with him?
Yes.
Yeah, because there was a lot of drugs around him.
Yeah.
And was he killed by someone, or was he hanging out with the wrong people, too?
Well...
Was there a crime around him associated with him?
I don't know specifically because no one will really talk to me about it, and I was just told that it was an accidental overdose.
Ooh.
And
I think the drugs are involved.
Is he a heroin addict?
I don't know specifically what he was taking, but I found out that he could pop at least 100
I see pills, right.
50 pills at a time, and...
So he's a severe addict. Okay. Well, that's a disease that is deadly.
Yeah.
And he died of it.
I think he did die of it. I think it was a drug overdose.
Yeah.
But he's better now, Bonnie. The most important thing to know is he's better now. He's better now, and he's out of his pain. He's finding himself finally. You know, when you pass over, you see yourself in your life you've just lived, and you see the things this is a schoolroom down here. This is a place we learn our lessons, and some lessons are harder than others. And for him, it could have been learning about his self-esteem, about his own empowerment, and so forth. And you know, I think when he leaves the body, when we all leave the body, it's in a way we're perfect. And we see we didn't do. And he can get help on the other side. And that's what happens.
So your
I
question
find many people pass over that who are addicts, and they pass over, And what their job is on the other side, they will help other people that pass over in that condition.
Right.
You know?
And so you wonder if it was accidental, and James is saying yes.
Yes, and he's okay, and
No, he's okay. He's fine. He's around. He has a lot of catching up to do, I feel. Like, he missed out the last couple of years of his life. I feel he missed out.
Oh, boy.
He missed out.
Doing drugs like that. He's intoxicated. He's just in comatose the whole time.
Yeah, and out of school or out of work, or he's missed out.
Right.
You know?
Hey, James, looking at what we do, as you call down here, I kind of like this life. You know what I mean? If this is just school, you know what I mean? I don't want this to be just school. This is good enough. This is more than school.
Oh, well, you learn things, and things will be very easy, and things will be hard, but you can make good changes here. You can help people, affect lives, and do wonderful things here.
But I like this one. I like this life.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like this one, because your last one was terrible, Drew. I got to tell you.
Really?
Yeah, that sword in my back. I'm still pulling it out from last lifetime together with you in Rome.
In Rome? We were in Rome?
Rome, soldiers.
Really? How fascinating. I've been drawn to that period. I've talked more to you about this. All right, James Von Praagh, Ghost Whisperer, the inspiration and creator of that show, Friday, 8 p.m. CBS. Also,
VonPraagh.com.
VonPraagh.com, Praagh. And check out his books. And we're going to be back with James and more of you after this. Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. James Von Praagh, who just finished telling me I was Caligula in my last life. And I guess I wasn't too good of a guy. One of many, apparently. I'm an old soul.
A bullet, a sword, you name it. You've been there.
Well, the sword, I can sort of get that part. But, okay, so anyway, James is the inspiration.
So Drew, I think I need medication after this show, so that's what we should...
We'll talk about it. It can do that to people. You should have seen that coming before you got up here.
Oh, I did. Are you kidding?
Har. Okay, he's the inspiration and executive producer of Ghost Whisperer, and my wife just called me, paged me, and asked that I ask. No. She rarely does this, but she's interested in James's opinions about things. God forbid, God knows she's not interested in mine.
Well,
but
you know.
Well, you know,
you're
what
a
are you
doctor.
gonna do? Exactly. She had an experience while watching your show. She fell asleep while in the middle of your show, turned everything off, and the TV burst back on again at the end of the show, and said, just to the point where the mother was saying, "I just wanted to say goodbye." And her
Did your mother pass over?
Yes.
That's it.
That's her.
So spirits can affect things electrically. We do that all the time in the show. Somehow the spirits can affect the magnetic energy, magnetic field. And I don't know how they do it, but they do it. They can affect anything electrical. TVs, radios, telephone, answering machines. Many times people hear songs on the radio, just happens to be the same song their loved one loved, they recognize with them.
Well, my wife is convinced that her mother is around that kind of stuff.
Oh, you bet. She also has her mother's handwriting on something.
You mean like we keep something with her mom's handwriting?
Yeah, mother's handwriting. Her handwriting is on something.
Like
whether
since she's
a book
died,
or a card or a letter. No, she had when she was alive, but your wife has her handwriting.
Okay. I know she used to write on all the pictures and used to drive my wife crazy. And was that her saying goodbye?
That was her. Of course it was. Look what happened. That was her.
I'm trying to channel my wife right now, you understand? So I'm trying to ask the questions. So when I get home tonight, she has to go, "What did you ask about?" So, is there anything
she can
else?
Call me anytime. She can call me anytime and we can talk about it. But they do that, sure, for sure. And they do affect things that way. I mean, it's a weird... I tell you this story because it's a great story and how spirits can get through to people in different ways. And everyone's different, so they come through differently. I did a cruise once in the Mediterranean with Dr. Brian Weiss, who does past life regressionist. He's like the #1 in the world with past life regression. And we had about 200 people for this thing. And a lot of people came for readings or messages from their loved one. And there was a couple there who lost their son. And he used to be an archaeologist. And he really was specific type of rock he would look for or dig up, whatever it was. Anyway, he never came through in the reading. They were upset. And I said, don't worry, because he might come through in other ways. They choose other ways to come through sometimes. They went back to their stateroom to get ready for dinner. And the father, in the middle of the ocean now, the father's washing his hands. He pulls a towel, and out of the towel drops a rock. The exact type of rock that their son specialized in.
Wow, weird.
Now, how can we explain that? It's materialized right there in the middle of the ocean. I mean, how can you explain that? You can't.
And then, weird.
So they come through in different ways. They also, and a lot of people will experience spirits. They see someone across the street and looks just like their loved one. That's another way they can super transpose their face onto someone else's in a way. You just get a glimmer of it. It looks like your loved one that passed over. They do that too. That comes in many ways. And then with the show, my show Ghost Whisperer, we demonstrate that. In a lot of the shows, I'll tell the writers we have to, demonstrate the spirit messages this way. They come through in that way, electrical or with wind gusts or whatever it is. They come through in many different ways. So we try. And
you have the good fortune of two of my favorite actresses, Jennifer Love Hewitt and Aisha Tyler. Mm-hmm. And you got to get them both for this show as soon as possible.
Will, and they would love to do it. I know they would.
Well, Aisha's done it a few times in the past. In fact, she and I appeared on stage together once. We introduced, I don't know, it was a band or something. We had a really nice sort of vibe going, and I want to get her back on the show.
Virgo, just like you.
There you go. All right, let's take some calls here. This is Danielle, 17.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Since August, I've had sex with 7 guys.
Wow.
Nice. You're 17.
Busy girl.
2 of them like this last week on the same day.
Wow. You should get some hobbies. Take up knitting.
No, I mean, I work full-time. Well, I did until I lost my job for sleeping in because I was with the guy I had sex with last week.
What kind of work did you do?
Pizza girl at the mall.
You weren't delivering pizza or something?
No, I was making the pizza and I was the cashier.
Any issues with your dad? I keep on getting dad again here.
No, Dad.
No, huh?
No, I mean, he thought I was a virgin up until when I went for my first test, but...
So what do you think's going on?
I don't know. I don't know how to stop myself from...
What are you looking for? What are you looking for, Danielle?
Well, I mean, I'd like to have a boyfriend. But then again, when I'm in bed with them and they suck, whatever, I forget.
I just wanted to get some dick.
You were in bed with them and they what?
What?
You said when you're in bed with them, then you forget?
No, I mean, and they suck. I just move on to the next. Yeah, they suck. I've had sex with 7 guys and none of them were good. Like,
what do you mean? What is that? What are you looking for? It sounds like you're looking for some sort of connection that you don't get because you're just having sex. Why don't you? I
think it's unrealistic too. It's an unrealistic. What you're looking for is unrealistic. The expectation that you're looking for.
Why don't you try having a relationship first, then having the sex?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What a novel plan.
How about that, Danielle?
Yeah,
could you do that? Could you do that though? Could you just have a relationship first and wait for the sex? Can you do that? You think?
No, because if the relationship goes good and the sex is bad, then I just want to get out of it and say next.
And what makes it bad?
The fact that they go so quickly.
So why don't you sort of work that out? That's the idea in a relationship. You kind of work it out with that person. You go again. You do other things. You sort of get that kind of figured out.
Did you ever feel Danielle? Did you ever feel used?
I don't like oral.
Did you ever feel used in a relationship? The sex, do you feel just like you're being used, like you're just a machine?
A couple of the guys I did, but then I just kind of got over it. And now I don't really think about it all that much.
All right, let's kind of flip over the cards here. You weren't sexually abused growing up, or you were?
No, I wasn't.
And you had a stable family system?
It's been all right.
You have an older brother?
Yeah, I have an older brother.
Uh-huh. I bet you do.
Did he do anything to you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, he was in prison for 4 years.
Oh, boy. What's going on there?
I'm pretty good, Drew. I got to tell you, I am professional.
You're excellent. Not just pretty good,
you're
professional.
Excellent. So I think something happened with him when you were a young girl.
What was he in prison for?
House burgling, drugs, I don't know.
And how much older is he than you?
7 years.
Mm-hmm.
We would bet, Danielle, that this boy did something to you when you were younger. Maybe he was on drugs at the time, but whatever, he probably molested you. That would sort of fit with why you're so disgusted by men, why you're so compulsed, why you reenact this trauma and then are disgusted by them.
I don't remember anything from that.
And you're looking for something. You're looking for gratification. Looking for validation from these guys. It's a lot of people confuse it too. With love. This is what I'm going to find love this way, but that's not love. When you're abused, I know, Drew, you know better than I do about this. When you're young and you're abused, sometimes the young mind will confuse that with love and wanting validation.
Right. And listen, I'm not saying it's more often the case, or I would even say usually the case, that you remember abuse. But it's possible that you don't remember it. But the behavior you're manifesting now and the sort of the vibe we're getting, the way you sort of deal with men, really suggests that something happened. I don't know what, but something. And I'd very definitely look into it. And can you get access to professional help? Because you're really going down a path here rapidly it's not going to go well.
No, I tried, but I mean...
You tried therapy?
The help that I need now is,
You tried
that
therapy?
was for my anger management issues. But for sex, I mean, it's weird to be talking about it because,
Danielle, everybody does it, Danielle. Sex, everybody has sex.
You and your cousin. You and your cousin what?
Me and my cousins, it was a bunch of us. We all got drunk, and I ended up passing out on the floor, and he came up and kind of took off my clothes. And
how old were you?
15, but...
All right, so you were raped at 15. You were drinking excessively at 15. This all is very, very serious stuff, Danielle. This is not just hey, I'm just sleeping with a lot of guys. There's really, truly, genuine psychiatric problems going on here. Whether it's alcoholism and trauma or just the trauma, this at 17, this is not a good thing. I suggest you get some help and stay with it. Right, James?
Yeah, you want to get well, right, Danielle? You want to be good. You want to have a happy life.
But I mean, I tried talking to him about it, but he doesn't want to talk to me.
Yeah, but I think maybe if you go out and you look for someone to help you, that you really talk to, like a counselor, like a therapist, you can talk to, relate to.
Well, I tried talking to my boyfriend about it, but...
But not your boyfriend, someone professional. Not your boyfriend, honey. Honey, you got to go to someone who's professional. And you know what also, Danielle, let me tell you this. It'd be really good to go to someone objective who has, who's very clear slate. I think be very objective about it. You know what I mean?
And
so you can see both sides of the coin.
You're going to have trouble trusting them, but that's going to be the work. That's the task at hand, is to learn to be close and to trust other people. This now is Katrina. Wow, what a name to have this year.
Wow.
Right?
I tell you, unbelievable.
Or maybe it's caller who goes by Katrina. Katrina?
Hello?
There you are.
Hi.
Hi, Katrina.
Hi.
What's up?
A couple weeks ago, I went to my female doctor because 2 days prior to my menstrual period, as well as during and 2 days after, I have severe abdominal pain. And so they're kind of figuring it's endometriosis, which I'm bleeding into my tubes, I guess.
Well, what happens is that your uterine lining basically gets into the abdomen or into the pelvis and lands on your tubes and lands on the bladder and the colon. It's a really lovely thing, and it actually menstruates inside your abdomen. So as your period comes around, it gets inflamed, and that's what causes all the pain. And typically, they can do things like put you on birth control pill or put you on a continuous pill or try to shut down your whole system with something called GnRH. But what are they doing with you?
Actually, what they're doing is that they're going to put me on birth control pills, but I'm only taking the active pills. I won't be actually having a period for the next.
Right, you take it continuously for 6 months. Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
and,
perfect.
Really, my only question is that what kind of side effects am I looking for, or will I have any? As far as, because I'm also kind of a very sexual person, and I do have a boyfriend, and I haven't really actually talked to him about this yet. I'm kind of afraid to, I guess. And I'm just wondering what kind of side effects I'm going to be looking for.
You've never been on the birth control pill before?
I've used the birth control before, but not with him.
Okay, well, that's whatever side effects you had then are the side effects you can expect now. Taking the pill continuously, that is not stopping the week that allows you to have a menstrual flow, means nothing. It has no effect, except positive. It decreases the risk of the endometriosis and hopefully gets the endometriosis to sort of dissipate and go away. You can take your pill continuously, essentially indefinitely, but it's only been approved so far, I believe, for 6 months. But the reality is there will come a time when we'll be giving this continuously because you don't have to have a menstrual period. There's no reason for it if you don't want to. Okay?
Okay.
Hey, Drew, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Yeah. Regarding fibroid tumors, would that be anything in this
for
situation?
Her?
Yeah. Possibility of a fibroid
That's a different thing. Well, it's always a possibility. Did they do an ultrasound on you, Katrina?
Yes.
Did you have fibroids?
No, I don't.
Yeah, fibroids. She's 23. That'd be awfully rare to have it that young. Yeah, but that is a cause of abnormal bleeding and whatnot and a pelvic pain. This is now fibroid is just basically a knot of muscle in the wall of the uterus. This is Cecilia. Is that right?
Celicia.
Celicia. Oh, like they spelled it. Well done.
Beautiful sounding name.
Thank you. My brother passed away on June 14th,
and he's starting to use a transdermal patch for pain, and I was wondering if that had anything to do with his death.
I don't feel that at all, honey. Not at all. Mm-mm. No.
What did he die from? What was the problem?
It said it was cardiopulmonary arrest.
But what was the underlying disease? Why was he taking the patch?
It was for pain. He had scoliosis, and he was on dialysis since he was 14. He was 27.
Well, yeah, but people would, why didn't he get a kidney transplant?
He did, and then he rejected it, and he said it was too much trouble and bloating and everything, so he just decided to just keep going to dialysis.
Well, people can only, I don't want to generalize too much, but dialysis has its own risks associated with it. And yes, pain medicines, pain patches, there can be accidental overdoses with that, but that's pretty unusual unless somebody's an addict and overusing their medication.
Yeah, I don't feel at all that it was a pain patch.
Other hand, somebody with a complicated medical history and on dialysis for many years, there's a lot of things that can go wrong that can cause death.
They were saying something about like his heart was enlarged or or something.
Okay, so that's why he died. That has nothing to do with the patch.
Right.
That's congestive heart failure.
Yeah.
Whoops. Congestive heart failure, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Right.
But he couldn't walk when he was alive at the end. He wasn't able to walk, was he?
He was able to walk a little bit, but
he's, I want to tell you something. He's able. I see him walking, and he wants me to tell you, like, he's walking and running, and he's able to play sports. And I don't know if he had asthma at one point in his life too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay,
well, the heart failure makes him short of breath.
Okay, because he's not breathing like that anymore. He's okay, and he's normal. I mean, it's just I keep getting this picture of this guy just running and walking. So don't think of him the way he was with the disease, but really he's whole. I mean, that's what I see. This guy, he's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to know if he knew about my mom's health after he died.
Your mom's what?
Health.
Was there a heart something with your mom?
No. She was diagnosed with cancer.
And is she getting treatment now for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of cancer?
It's a neuroendocrine tumor.
Neuroendocrine tumor in her leg or something?
No, it was in her lymph nodes, and it spread to her gallbladder, and she had that taken out.
Neuroendocrine.
Now, what is that, Drew?
I don't quite know what she's describing. Like, was it called carcinoid?
I don't believe so. The doctor just said that it was
neuroendocrine. Well, I don't know if it's a tumor and not cancer. It may not be cancer. It may just be a growth.
It was a tumor. Yeah, he said it was a cancerous tumor.
A cancerous tumor. So, that depends what cell type it is. So I don't know quite what you're describing there. Neuroendocrine. Weird. All right.
The spirits are very aware. They're very aware of what happens to us. They don't lose. I mean, they're very aware of what's going on around us. They're always around us. They're concerned about us. They still love bonds continue on. They don't just drop and that's it. They don't think of us. They're around us a lot more. Many times when they're in spirit, they're around us a lot more than they were in the physical world because they're able to be with us. So he's very aware of that.
Wow, weird. This is Angel, 21. Well, neuroendocrine and endocrine tissue comes from the same place, and it's sort of a primitive cell type in neuroendocrine, but it would have a name. I don't know quite what she's describing. Angel, 21.
Hi.
Nice name, Angel. Nice name. Like the name.
Thanks. I chose it for myself.
Good. I knew you did.
It's a stripper name on this show.
Angel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I had a really weird year. And my girlfriend, okay, I got with this chick, and she kind of had...
You got your what? You what?
I'm a lesbian.
Your fifth chick? Did you say your fifth chick? Is that what you said?
No, I got with this chick.
You got with this chick. Okay, sorry. I thought you said your fifth chick.
Angel, are you a stripper, Angel?
No.
Okay. All right. Just check.
Oh, you should be now.
It was an old ambition that never happened.
There you go. Drew, you're good, Drew. You are good. Wow.
No, just following on Anderson's intuition. He's pretty good, too.
Wow. I'm going to match here. Okay. What's up, Angel?
What happened. Okay, my ex-girlfriend, she, she was epileptic, and she had a seizure. And when she came out of the seizure, she was speaking, Latin. And, I thought it was Spanish, but I don't know. And so it kept on saying, all this weird stuff. And, we had some problems with, I don't know, there's just a different energy in my house. And so I borrowed this, Buddhist CD from this chick because we were telling her about it. And she had us hold this, weird prism crystal. And then after that happened, like, my girlfriend was holding it. And then, like,
James von Praagh is saying,
I have a good advice for you, Angel, and with that name, you should live up to it. I wrote a book called Heaven and Earth, Making the Psychic Connection. And in that book, you can find it at any bookstore, it talks about how to cleanse your house of any negative energies, the people around you in your life, how to cleanse any negative energy around them, how to take care of yourself, how to meditate, how to purify the energy. And that's all your friend needs, It's energy's thought, and it's really putting a thought in the right place.
What was the cause of her seizure?
I don't know. Like, she held a crystal and then had a seizure, and then she had another one.
Was she on Dilantin?
Hold on a second.
Was she on Dilantin?
I can't remember if that was one she was allergic to or like.
So you don't know anything about her history. You don't know why she was having seizures. You don't know what medication she was on, that sort of thing.
I did, but I forgot all that. Like, I just wanted to know, was that a real experience or am I going crazy?
No, she had a seizure. And people do all kinds of bizarre things when their brains are discharging in an uncontrolled fashion. They can say strange things, they can behave in strange ways, and all kinds of wild things, wild behaviors, wild actions, wild thoughts and behaviors. So,
and you want to know if she was possessed. You want to know also if she was possessed. That's what you're asking too,
yeah,
right?
That's what I want to know.
I know that's what you're asking. Possibly. I wouldn't say no. Possibly. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. I'd have to know her more. I have to see her and see how she behaves and so forth.
I don't know. I'm really off the possession thing. What the guy that wrote The Road Less Traveled, blanking his name, M. Scott Peck. I thought, I really respect that guy. He wrote some great stuff. He's a well-trained psychiatrist, and he wrote a book about possession. I thought, oh my God, I got to read this. Maybe there's something to this. And basically all he described was a patient with multiple personality disorder that he took them through. I've seen this a zillion times.
Yeah.
Took them through multiple personalities and to walk them through all the different persons. And people would have dissociative disorders. It's bizarre when you see them take on these different personalities. And if you evoke it, it gets crazy. And when they're reintegrated, they're better. And he talked about it. He just interpreted it in a frame that was non-clinical, not well trained, not accurate, and it was I found it actually very disturbing. So there you go.
It's got to be very grounded. I mean, this work has to be grounded. If it's not grounded, it doesn't mean much. That's what I find.
Yep.
Okay, so for the most part, it was a real experience. It could be her. It could have been something supernatural, because it came back later.
Angel, I see this stuff all the time, and magically it goes away with medication. So unless possession can go away with medication, I'm a little bit suspicious about that, because I see stuff.
Are you going to give me some of that after the show, Drew? Because I need that. Okay.
Don't worry. I'm figuring out a pharmaceutical.
I think I'm possessed already. Okay.
All right, James von Praagh. You had to bring that one back.
Sorry, I finally taste out of my mouth, and it's just lingering there. Right.
Finally fading into the distance. Ghost Whisperer, Friday nights, 8 p.m. CBS. Anderson, was that you?
Yeah. Can I hear your sound effect one time before you go to break? I love that.
That's right. It's good for tonight's show.
What is that?
Very, very interesting. It's possession. And so, anyways,
those gas. I'm sorry.
Dr. Drew, James von Praagh, Ghost Whisperer, and we'll be right back.
Yep, LoveLine will be back.
Glad to hear it.
LoveLine will be right back.
That's right. It's LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. James von Praagh in the studio with us tonight. He is the Ghost Whisperer. Would that be accurate? Would that be right?
Not really. I guess you could say that, but I talk to people that have already passed into the light. The Ghost Whisperer, what Jennifer plays, is a medium who talks to those who are earthbound spirits. I deal with the ones who already passed out of the earth level.
And again, Aisha Tyler, my other favorite person, who just a delightful person.
Hey, also, Drew, let people know my website, because people that are hearing this for the first time might want a place to go to for grief. And there's a chat room there, and there's always resources there. So my website is vanpraagh.com. If people want to know about that. It's VANPRAAGH.com. And you meet a lot of people there who have very similar situations and losses of all different types, and it's a good place.
Excellent. Take a call. Becky, 25.
I had a question about, deja vu. Is that based on, dreams or something?
Well, deja vu, from my understanding, is that, we're not just linear, we're multidimensional. And the past, present, and future are all one, okay? So let's say at night when you go to sleep, your spirit will leave your physical body, and you're aware of a consciousness, which is, there's no time involved with that consciousness. So you could say the past, the present, the future are all one. So when you experience something, it can be because you already knew it was going to happen.
Mm.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, because
It's that sort of thing. It's not a linear time. Time is not linear in that sense, in that level.
Yeah, it like takes a while before it actually happens.
Yeah, and also deja vu could be also, like we talked earlier about, we're joking about our past life experiences, and, a soul is timeless, and many times you'll go to a certain place, a certain city, or a certain country, and you feel there's something about it that you feel a liking about, or I've been here before, I really feel comfortable in this environment. And many times I find that indeed you have had a past life in that situation.
I think, and let me give you Becky, a little bit of a medical interpretation of this, because I think we have to define our terms here very, very carefully, because deja vu and jamais vu are both experiences that are also associated with seizures. So
jamais vu, what is jamais vu? Is that New Orleans?
No, it's something when you're doing something you've done before, but you feel like you've never done it.
Really?
So
it's
the opposite of deja vu. And I had a patient that was having continuous seizures, and every minute of every day she had deja vu associated with all of her experiences. So all day long she was going.
I had a couple of dreams of hang on.
Okay. And so all day long she was feeling like this has happened before, this happened before, this happened before. Oh my God, you just said that. I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. Well, that was just a feeling she was having because she was in seizure all the time. That's different than having a premonition, a complete thought about something that's going to happen, and then it happens. That's different. Is that what happened?
Or that you've been someplace before, or you've met this person before, or you have a familiarity with that person or that place. Is that what you're talking about? And you're also talking about
my kids and
premonitions.
One day it actually started to happen.
What was it? What was the thing?
I kept having a dream that I was getting on the exit ramp to get onto another ramp on the freeway, and another car cut into the triangle lane where you're not supposed to be, and it hit my car, and it went over, and my 2-year-old died, and my mom was hurt real bad. Just a bunch of different things, but I didn't know what happened to me. And then one day on that same ramp, it actually started to happen, and I hit my brake just in time to let the car go over.
Yeah.
You're warned.
It gave me this odd feeling,
It could have been a warning, too. That, you were obviously being protected, and you're being shown that to protect yourself and to save yourself. And premonition is very real. Premonitions do happen. People have intuitions and premonitions about things before they do happen. It was good that you recognized it, that you saw it in the conscious state, that you recognized it.
Awful.
Because it saved your life, obviously.
This now is Jeremy, 32. It saves her baby's life, apparently. Jeremy, 32.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, what's up?
Good.
Good. Yeah, I had my baby die back in April, but my question is really just...
what happened?
Can placental abruption right at birth? Yeah, it was not, and it was super healthy. I don't know.
So just for the sake of listeners, basically the placenta pulls away from the uterine wall before delivery and shuts off all the nutrients and oxygen and everything.
Yeah, it was born with no blood.
Yeah, it's awful.
You want a spiritual point of view?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they can communicate too.
Sure, of course, because the soul is timeless, the soul is ageless. And I'm going to tell people this because a lot of people think you have to live to 70, 80, 90 years, and that's what a person's supposed to live to. A soul comes down here and has experiences, and that soul might need the experience of going through birth, and that's all that soul needs, and then it's finished and goes back home, which is spirit world or heaven, whatever you want to call that. And for that soul, maybe that's experience. The only experience it needed was for that to happen. And maybe it was because for you and your wife, maybe that was the experience that you needed with that soul. You've learned something from that soul learned something. That's how I look at these things, because I've seen too much of this, so many years of this, and I know there's no time. I've known that the soul goes through birth, and that's the end of it, or a sudden car accident, or at the age of 20, or whatever it is. A soul is ageless, and they have to go through these experiences to learn, and the people around them too, teaching something to people around them.
Yeah. Cool.
And they do grow up. Yes, they do grow up. You'll recognize them on a soul level. You recognize them when you get there. And it's a soul family. You've heard that. Soulmates, soul family. We're all connected. And you come back with the same family members and friends and similar situations you had in previous incarnations. And they're set up that way. So, you learn together. So you'll recognize them.
Okay, Jeremy?
Cool. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
Great.
Okay, this now is Joe, 26. Joe, what's up?
Hi, Drew, long-time listener, first-time hesitant caller.
Hesitant caller,
Hesitant caller. Now, why would you be hesitant?
Oh, just because I have my reason. Since about the 17th...
Do I have to be psychic to find them out? No, come on.
I'm sorry?
I should be psychic to find out why you're hesitant.
Yeah.
Okay, what's up?
Since about the age of 17, I've had the habit of picking up hookers, frequenting massage parlors, call girls. I'm 30 years old now, and basically it's just a bad habit, and I'm doing it to the point where I'm almost going broke.
Well, as I was talking earlier on the show, addiction is defined by its consequences. And if you can't stop something in spite of persistent and progressive adverse effect on your life, that pretty much defines addiction. So it's not how much or how often or how severe, it's what happens as a result. And so what's up here? Are you addicted to other things than just prostitutes? What else?
I'm a heavy pot smoker.
Well, there we go. That's for some people terribly addictive. Have you been getting into anything else, pain pills or stimulants or anything else?
Occasionally I get into cocaine, but not.
All right.
So
about 80% of addicts also are sexually addicted or have some form of sexual addiction, and I suspect that's what's happening here. I don't see, in my opinion, again, this is just a guess, that you're going to have real difficulty stopping the sexual addiction or sexual compulsions if you don't also stop the drugs and alcohol. So what you need to do is, you're in San Francisco, Haight-Ashbury Free Clinic. There's a lot of good resources up there. There's a guy named David Smith who is an expert in addiction. Talk to him, get some help, get some 12-step going, and maybe deal with this. This now is Georgia, 18. What's up?
Is this Dr. Drew?
Yes, ma'am.
So excited to talk to you. Well,
I hope not like the other caller. Okay.
Oh, no.
She was really excited, yes.
Well, but Georgia's excited to talk to me, but she's calling for you, James. So here we go.
Okay, well, there we go. Hey, Georgia.
I'm just flustered and excited. Thanks, guys.
Good girl.
What's up?
So, I have been a little bit confused about my sexuality recently, and actually it's been an ongoing thing, not so much recent. And I was wondering if you just got a feeling either way strongly from talking to me. I don't know if you could help me clarify that.
James?
It's ladies' night here at LoveLine, I think, isn't it? And ladies' night.
It's ladies' night, but it's not necessarily lesbian night.
No, I said ladies' night. Ladies night.
I'm just saying.
I think, Drew, you can maybe, your opinion is different than mine. Maybe it's the same. Who knows? I get a sense that when you're born a certain way. You may have an inclination to go to be straight or gay or whatever, or bisexual. And I don't know. I don't like labels, I don't like labels. I mean, what feels good to you? What feels right in your soul? What feels right in your heart?
Yeah, well, I'm maybe going through the same thing where I don't want to label it either way.
How old are you?
I'm
18. Let me go with my intuition here that I get the sense, this may not be right, but I'm not going to ask you my usual questions yet about sexual abuse and all that good stuff. But I get the sense that you're heterosexual, but that you're in love with a woman right now, and that's confusing you.
Well,
I also get a sense that your mother wasn't around when you were a kid or when you were younger. There's some other issues here.
She's my best friend, my mom is.
Oh, your mom's your best friend. Oh, there were mother issues in that way. Okay.
Huh.
Intrusions.
I do have a very close friend who you were just talking about soulmates, and I just got shivers because I do have someone who's a soulmate right now, and she's going through kind of an upsetting time right now, so I do feel a lot of love towards her. Yeah.
Is your mom young?
She's not. She had me when she was 20 or 37.
37. Interesting.
Yeah.
And where's Dad?
He died just recently,
What happened?
actually. Well, he died of colon cancer, and he was about the healthiest man anybody could ever.
And by the way,
that could be prevented, by the way.
Yes.
Really.
Well, colonoscopies.
I've had one, and it's very important.
I've had two. We have colon cancer in my family. Certainly after 50, everyone every 5 years. But I don't know how many 50-year-olds are listening to this show. But Georgia, are you getting involved with women right now? Is that the thing?
No, I'm not, and I'm not actually sexually active. I've never had intercourse before.
What is it you're confused?
So what bothers you then? And what bothers you about? Is there something that bothers you about your sexuality?
I think I just feel kind of weird because everyone else has gone through all this extensive experience. Most of my friends are sexually active, actually all of them, except for me. So I think I just kind of...
No, you're extra healthy.
Georgia, let me tell you something. I learned something very early in life. Never measure yourself by other people. Please don't do that to yourself. It's not right. You're an individual. You're your own person. You'll do things very differently than everybody else does. Okay? You are great just the way you are. You don't have to do it just because everybody else does. That's not who you are.
You sound great, Georgia. please. It's not having sex is a good thing, not a bad thing.
Really,
and the
really healthy.
And the fact that you have deeply intimate feelings about a good friend, also a good thing.
Very healthy.
And most women go through most men and women can go through a period around age 15 where they can confuse intimate feelings with sexual feelings, and you're just going through that a little bit kind of late, and that's all good. That's all, you're sorting stuff out. Onward.
You're really healthy. Thank you for calling. I really appreciate this.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome,
Take
sweetie.
care. All right, this now is Benita, 23?
Yes.
What's up?
Not much. What's up with you?
Bonita, how are you?
I'm good. I'm a little nervous right now. Never done.
I know, so am I. Oh, my gosh. What are we going to do about that? What's up?
Not much. Okay, here's the deal. 2 years ago, I was hospitalized. I was in the hospital for 3 days.
Yeah.
It was right after my period. I had been using tampons. I got a fever that was 102. I was dizzy when I stood up, very nauseous, some diarrhea, but they told me it was chlamydia. Is there any way, since both of those are associated with a bacteria, that it could have been toxic shock and the test for chlamydia just came back positive with that bacteria on it?
The best way, I'm going to answer this question as best as I can. Chlamydia is not associated with toxic shock, okay? It's a completely different thing. However, it is possible you had toxic shock and tested positive for chlamydia. Toxic shock is caused by what are called gram-positive organisms, staph, that sort of thing. They elaborate a toxin that then, if particularly the reason that happens in the lower genital tract is you pack the cotton in there with a tampon that closes off the oxygen supply. The organism begins to elaborate the toxin,
lovely,
and that breaks into your system, and you get rash and fever and kidney
Where's that
problems.
prescription?
And it's very serious.
Thank you. Exactly.
And chlamydia is an organism that causes, obviously, a sexually transmitted disease. It causes urethritis in men. It causes pelvic inflammatory disease in women. And it's one of the leading causes of infertility, but it causes a much, much less acute illness. But it doesn't mean you couldn't have had both. You could
How
have
do you
had
get
both.
chlamydia, Drew?
Having sex.
All right. With
Good times.
Unsafe
okay?
sex.
Not wearing a condom. All right,
Unsafe
Benita?
sex.
Okay, the only reason I'm asking is because I'm married. I've been married for 3 years. I was clean before I got married. I was tested because I got pregnant, so they tested me for everything. Nothing came back, and then all of a sudden, out of the middle of nowhere, I have this. 2 years later, my husband and I both get tested again, negative again. So he didn't have it. They did give me the antibiotics for it, and I'm just trying to make sure that, there wasn't something going on the side with him.
I would assume. I would assume. Just go. Assume not.
Assume not.
Assume not. You can't.
Assume not. I trust him, but I just
assume not. You
worried
can't.
about it too.
You can't really lay anything on him with this test. It's possible that there was a false negative to begin with. It's possible this was a false positive. It's possible you had some infection up in the tubes. It just sort of didn't get it detected first time around. It's too much to sort it out based on this one test. Go ahead and ask him if he cheated. And he'll tell you or he didn't.
He'll tell you no.
He'll tell you no. Go forward and have a marriage, okay?
All right, thank you very
All
much.
right. That's why people in the early 20s should not get married.
Very true.
They do these horrible things to each other. So anyway.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
James Von Praagh in here tonight. Ghost Whisperer, the inspiration producer of that show. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Whisper. I mean, yes, Ghost Whisperer.
I'm saying Aisha Tyler, both some of my favorite people. And the phone number here is 1-800-LOVE-191. You can call in and talk to James Von Praagh about other people and other lives and his intuitions, and this is very interesting. And until then, we'll be right back.
LoveLine. Be right back in a minute.
One 1-800-LOVE-191. It is LoveLine. James Von Praagh gracing us with his presence in the studio tonight.
Gracing, get that.
Gracing. Isn't that a good word?
Gracing. That's a great word.
He is Ghost Whisperers. He is a creator, producer, and you may know him from Beyond and The Other Side, and of course, vonpraagh.com if you want more information about this.
And guess what, Drew? I got something to tell you. They're just doing an A&E biography on me. A&E biography. It's their Christmas biography. Thank you. Yeah, they just did Shirley MacLaine today. They interviewed Shirley. So it'll be on December 23rd in A&E.
Did you work with Shirley?
I did work with Shirley a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. We talk on the phone often.
Interesting. And so
Interesting lady. Wonderful.
What do you
lady.
think? What do you think about her?
Interesting lady. Very nice, wonderful lady.
Wonderful lady, it seems to me.
No, I think she's incredible. I think she opened the door for many people to think, to start questioning things. I mean, it's amazing. I read her book Out on a Limb when that first came out back in the 80s. And I read it and I wrote her a letter. And I was working at that time at a production company that actually had her address. And I sent it to her. And never expected anything back. The day before Christmas, I got a card with her handwriting. I said, "Thank you for your thoughts about the book. Blessings to you." And wait a minute, this lady's, a megastar. If she can take time out to do that, that meant a lot to me.
That's nice.
So that told me a lot about the person. So yeah, she's a wonderful, wonderful person.
Let's take a call for you. It's Haley, 19. What's up, Haley?
Hi, I had a question for the Ghost Whisperer.
Here he is.
Thanks, Drew. Thanks so much. Yes.
My mom passed away July 13th of this, last summer, and it was a month after her birthday, and she just basically, just dropped dead.
It was a heart attack? What was it? How did she drop? What happened?
Well, that's what they said, but she came into the emergency room with a temperature of like 105 and higher.
Whoa.
And the nurse said that doesn't usually happen when you have a heart attack. And
no.
I talked to her like the day before, and she was fine. Like, she was perfectly fine, and she just never came out of it.
Did she have any medical problems?
I was going to ask you the question, Drew. Would that be a reaction to like taking, let's say, some medications that don't go together?
There could be. There is such a thing as malignant hyperthermia. That's such a thing. Was she on medication?
Yeah, she was on antidepressants because she had she was like an addict, but she was like recovering, so she was on antidepressants. But that was the only thing that we knew of.
Because my feeling is that something with medications was not right with this lady. I mean, that's my feeling. I don't know. That's why I wanted to ask you that.
Could she have been abusing drugs again?
Honestly, don't know because she lived in Illinois and I'm in California. So
Does she shoot drugs? Did she ever?
No, she said she never did that. So.
Okay. Well, there is something called a serotonin syndrome, where drugs like Prozac are put in combination and people can get a very high fever and die. There is such a thing. I know we don't, this is James' intuition on this. We don't know if she was on medicine or what, but that's something. And there's also another one called malignant hyperthermia, which is, you get that actually from like ecstasy and things like that, just stimulants.
Oh.
So it's all
Haley, I'd like to say one thing to you, and this is what I really want to give you this, because I feel it's really strong to say to you, make your mother proud. Like, live a life that she never had the chance to, and show her it's possible. Because a lot of people think that, people that pass over, the spirits, they can teach us. But we also can teach them down here by the way we live our lives.
Yeah, she told me that all the time.
Okay, because I want you to make your mom proud, and she wants you to do that. Like, make her I keep on getting that. Make me proud. Make me proud. So
did she say things like that to you?
Oh, all the time, because, she never did anything with her life, and
exactly right.
Her footsteps, and that's what she wants from me, and I know
exactly right. Exactly, you got it. You got it very, very strongly. She'll come to more in your dreams. She'll come more. She also surrounded herself with people.
I just got chills. Did she actually say "make me proud"? Were those her words?
She said it all the time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's all she wanted from me.
Whoa.
Yeah. And she surrounded herself with them guys who were not really good. She surrounded herself with people that were not good in her life. You know that, right? And, she was also going through some stuff about self-love and, loving herself, not loving herself. And she has some issues of her own. But make her proud. Again, over and over again, make her proud. And now, I don't know if she used to go bowling, or when you were a little kid, she went bowling with you, or there was a memory about that. Remember about the bowling? So when you think of her, remember that memory about the bowling time, because she wants you to think of that and have happy thoughts about her. Like, when that happened, it was a happy situation. And she wants you to think of her like that. Okay.
Is she with me, or?
She's with you all the time. She watches you. She watches you all the time. And she said you've been concerned about your eyes lately, like if I have to wear glasses or not, or this sort of thing. And do you have her sunglasses or something, or is it? Did you want something of hers that you couldn't get after she died?
A picture. She carried a picture in her wallet.
You still don't have it, do you?
No, when I went to Illinois, we couldn't find it anywhere.
Because she said you're going to get what you can get it. You're going to get it soon. You're going to get it soon. So I don't know how it's going to get to you, how they're going to get it, but you will get it. She's on her way. She's going to get it. And there's a birthday in the summertime she's talking about.
Oh, okay.
All right? And she's with you all the time, Haley. Just know that. You'll have more dreams of her, too. But remember what I told you that I'm getting is make her proud, okay? And lots of love. Lots of love from her.
All right, good.
Good.
All right, Haley. Now, I don't want to take another call after that, because that one would give me complete chills. That's wild.
How Drew, do you? I am a professional, Drew.
I know you are. I know.
As are you in your field, sir.
But do
I question you, Drew?
No, I'm not questioning you. Not only do I love you, James, I love your positivity. I love your positivity. I love your skepticism. And I love your humor. And so, no, that's right. But I also like that you always stay very positive with this stuff. And
you have to. That's what life is about. You have to. You have to. I think we're loving beings, and we always mess ourselves up with negativity.
Those are great messages.
And simply put, life is about choices we make, and it's really for everybody listening. Life is about choices, and there's only two ways you can look at a choice: through love or fear. That's it. It's just based on love or fear. And if you choose love, you'll be very happy. Fear, you won't be happy. It's true.
It's hard not to be fearful when you're making tough choices.
But that's the lesson. You got to believe and you have faith. You have to have faith in yourself, and you have to know yourself strong enough. Have the relationship with yourself and know yourself enough, and have faith and believe in yourself enough to make the choices.
Do you have is there a theology attached to all this too for you? You know what I mean?
It's people say, do you have a religion? And I say, my religion is love, and that's really what it is. Love is love. And it sounds simplistic, but that's really what it is. It's positive thinking, if you want to call it that, but it's also love. It's doing this for 22 years and seeing spirits that have passed over, and they come back and say, wow, I wish I did this when I was alive. Why did I waste my time down there? Oh, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I mean, I've done this 1,000 times. So after doing this for 22, 23 years, you listen and you have a certain language then from these people's commonality that comes through with these messages. And most of it is about forgiveness and loving yourself and loving one another and treating people with respect.
And you just learned to trust your instincts on this?
You have to trust your instincts. Everybody trusts your instincts. Even if, simple little ways you can trust your instincts. Like let's say you get a bill in the mail. Try to intuit how much it is before you open up the envelope. A bank of elevators. Which one's going to come down first and open up?
So practice all that sort of natural knowing stuff.
You got it. Practice. It's like a muscle. The more you practice and work it out, the stronger it gets. It develops.
James Von Praagh, Ghost Whisperer. It's LoveLine, and we will be right back.
If you need help,
call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
Well, that about does it for LoveLine. James Von Praagh, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Oh, Drew, thank you very much. It was great. It was really great. I've learned so many things. Thank you.
I know my wife's going to want to call you now, too.
Ready for the prescription whenever you're ready. So
here's what you need. It's just a little time and distance away from this show, and you'll recover in a few days.
Get my taste buds back. Okay.
Dude. All right, fair enough. Well, it's James Von Praagh. He, again, is the executive producer of Ghost Whisperer. Jennifer Love Hewitt, all know her, and you know the show now. It's Friday, 8 p.m. on CBS. You can also check his publications out, and the chat communities at Von Praagh, VANPRAAGH.com. And I want to thank you again. And
thanks, Drew. It's been great. Look forward to next time.
Fabulous. And until that next time, I want to say to all of you, good night and stay well.
This has been LoveLine. LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or the station. The producer for LoveLine is Annie Golden. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.